it took an NFC Championship game for us to actually meet. We never met before, but now it's happening.
Yes, and I usually love watching you give the highlights on television.
Well, hey, I try to bring it each and every day. And speaking of bringing it, boy, this weekend, can you believe that a 3-5 team turned it around and we're knocking on the door of another Super Bowl appearance?
Well, that game gave me about 5 new gray hairs. It was a rough one, and I was on the edge every second, like, don't mess up, because I was there at that Super Bowl. I was excited. I thought we were going to win it. In the very last minute, we lost. And I say to the team, stay focused, do what we need to do, finish whatever team that we need to finish so we can get there and win this Super Bowl.
All right, so let's peel back the onion a little bit, because you're a San Francisco native, and I'm just curious, how far back do you go with these Niner teams?
So I go very, very far back, ever since elementary school.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm really proud that when I went to Ben Franklin Middle School, I played in the advanced band. And one year when the 49ers...
What instrument?
French horn.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
And one year when the 49ers won the Super Bowl, there was a big celebration at the Fairmont Hotel, and the 49ers invited our band to come and play.
Wow.
And we got to meet Joe Montana, we got to meet Ronnie Lott, we played all this great music, and we had a wonderful time.
Boy, that's pressure.
Yes, yes.
Because these guys were bigger than life.
They were, and just imagine being a kid like, oh my God, that's Joe Montana. Like, he is the quarterback of quarterbacks. Everyone tries to emulate what he's been able to do, because you remember the 49ers of the 80s, they were like the comeback team.
Right.
Just when you thought they were going to lose, all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
Montana
the catch,
Rice.
the this, the that.
Yep.
It was always something extraordinary out there. And so that's what made me so excited as a kid to watch the 49ers on TV and to celebrate in the middle of the streets when we would win the Super Bowls.
Now, roaming through the halls of Galileo, did you have a favorite 49er player?
Well, I want to say I love Tom Rathman,
Okay.
because he would always come through. And I love Ronnie Lott. He actually came to our school to visit us and talk to the kids. And well, I was a kid, but
Right.
we got him to one of our assemblies, and love Joe Montana, love Jerry Rice. Like, it was some great players back then, Keena Turner, and just folks that were committed to the team, and they just had this, great excitement and great story. And at Galileo High School, just so you know, we had like the premier football team
Right.
of any high school in the city. In fact, over the first 3 years of my time at Galileo High School, we didn't lose one game.
Wow.
We were the only team in history at the time to do a three-peat at Turkey Day at Kezar, because we were that good.
Wow. Whoa. Go Gal then.
Go Galileo.
That's great. What is the atmosphere around City Hall with this NFC Championship game coming up?
Well, the atmosphere is excitement. Like, everyone is excited because, as you know, there was that time in the season where we lost a few games and we were stressing out and worried. And then every game has been like a nail biter.
Right.
And so the fact that we're here is so huge. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud that they've been able to work hard and get to this place. People counted us out with Green Bay, and we were able to beat Green Bay. And now the excitement, not just in City Hall, but in the city as a whole. People are, getting dressed up, ordering cute shoes
Right,
like I
yeah,
did, and trying to get into the spirit of the game. It's going to be a nail biter. I am super juiced about this and looking forward to it.
I'm curious if I don't know, a genie popped out of a bottle when you were a little kid and said, one day you're going to be mayor of San Francisco and you're going to be going to Super Bowls. You're going to be hobnobbing with the team that you grew up cheering. What would you have said?
I would have never believed that. I'm like, yeah, right. That'll never happen.
Right.
Never in a million years did I think I'd be mayor, and never have this extraordinary opportunity to be an ambassador, I believe, for the city, and to represent the city in this way, and to have such an extraordinary team. And although, I'm still heartbroken that they're
Right.
playing in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself being a fan of any other team. They are so inspirational. And the diehard 49er fans, you hear about people collecting memorabilia, people who do whatever it takes to save up the money to go to the games. And back in the day when we were at Candlestick, all of us could get into Candlestick.
Right.
We knew somebody.
There were
you knew
ways.
somebody. You just like, here's $5. And you
Right,
get in the
right.
game. Like, we didn't have a seat, but we got in the game, right? So we had those great times, and it's just something about the spirit of the Niners that just really brings people together. And I think that having this opportunity to compete with LA, who is, usually our arch enemy.
Beat LA.
Beat
Beat
LA.
LA,
We're
right.
so determined. Like after what happened with the Dodgers and the Giants, I
right.
am bitter. I
Right.
need the 49ers to make this right for San Francisco.
By the way, have you been in touch with Garcetti down in LA?
Oh, yeah,
he's-
you know it. And, we had a bet, right? We had a bet, and he's like, you didn't send me my bridge. I said, I sent you that bridge a long time ago. See what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, we lost the bet that time, but I said, you might be sending it right back, because after this game, we're ready to take our revenge and get our rights to the best of California when it comes to sports with this game.
Well, there's a whole campaign now of buying up all those tickets at SoFi Stadium so it could be like a sea of red when the team comes out of that.
Love it.
That would just be awesome.
That would be awesome. And it's like 49er fans, they don't mess around. They're caravanning. They're like, jumping in the vans and the trucks and the cars and the planes and the trains and the automobiles and all of that just to get down there to make sure that the Niners know they have support, that we have their back, that we're going to be cheering for them. And I know they love it. Jimmy G was on TV talking about that today, like how that's inspirational. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game, and we're going to bring that positive energy to really take this one over the top.
Boy, speaking of positive energy, Jimmy G, he must walk around with an aura of positivity around him for as many shots as he's been taking from Niners Empire, people that root against the 49ers. I mean, people are just like all over this guy, but for whatever reason, he wins a game. He's a winner.
He wins a game. He keeps that smile on his face, and he does what he needs to do for the team, and the team is all stepping up and doing what they need to do. They just have got to stay focused, stay humble, and bring this one home.
All right, we'll get out of here with this one. If Kyle Shanahan threw you a uniform and said, Breed, get in there, what position would you like to play?
Oh, I need to be the wide receiver, because I want to be the one catching the ball down the field, making all the touchdowns. I'm like Jerry Rice. I'm a mini me of Jerry Rice. I'll be all the way like, throw it to me. Long pass, catch, run in, and then my little dance on the field.
I was going to ask you that. Were you going to dance, or would you just simply spike it and walk away?
I might spike it and walk
Right.
away, but maybe I'll break out into the Cabbage Patch. Who knows?
I love it.
Youngsters don't know what the Cabbage Patch is. though,
Yeah, no,
but-
Google that. Anyway, hey, it's been great just spending a few moments with you, and I'm just excited to go down I'll go down on Saturday to cover this game, and hey, we'll see how it all kind of turns out.
Yes, let's bring it home.